Good morning, welcome, happy Sunday. My name is Brian Thomas. I am the founder and owner of Baptiste Power Yoga Phoenix. And I'd like to welcome you to this Sunday's Badass Baptiste Teacher of the Week. And we're excited to have April Bonomo be our Badass Baptiste Teacher of the Week. And April joins us from the East Coast of the USA, from a little suburb north of Philadelphia, which is actually very close. April and I grew up in pretty much the same small town north of Philadelphia. I moved to Arizona some years ago, but yeah, I've known April for years. I've been in trainings with her. And there she is.
Hi.
Hey, April.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay, awesome.
So,
cool. How are you?
Doing well. I was just briefly telling all of our viewers a little bit about just where you're from. So, with that being said, I'll turn the mic over to you and just tell the world who you are, where you're from, and what you're up to.
Awesome. Thanks. My name's April Bonomo. Right now I'm living like about 30 minutes away from Bethlehem with my husband. I have a daughter who just turned 1 and 2 black labs who all of a sudden decided that running away is their favorite thing to do. So I've been quite busy with all that stuff. But other than that, I am a self-discovery and empowerment coach. I'm also in the process of writing a book. And as far as Baptiste yoga goes, it's been, I guess, about 8 years now that I've been teaching. And Brian and I did Fit to Lead together, which was 3 years ago, right, already?
I think so.
Yeah, we completed that. Yeah, so crazy. So normally things are a little bit slow right now with teaching, but I normally teach at Lehigh University. I teach the men's athletic teams there. So, yeah, it's been fun, but thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah, and quickly, so for those who don't live in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, or near where you teach, where can people find you to practice? Do you have an online platform? Is there any way people can reach out to you for privates or?
Yeah, I would say just through my Instagram. I did have a studio that I was teaching classes out of my house, but with having my daughter, I kind of converted that into a playroom as opposed to a yoga room. So right now, just online classes, but anything you can find me through Instagram. And I also have a private Facebook group where I'm going to be doing, we started doing coaching with women. So we're keeping it like a small, intimate group where I'm going to be doing a lot of the Baptiste work, but on the self-inquiry side.
Awesome. We just want to support all of our badass teachers and let everyone else who doesn't live around them know what they're up to in the world. Yeah. So I'm excited to practice. I'm a little sore. I've been practicing a lot this weekend, but I'm just always like excited to have all these different teachers come on. I'm so curious, like what are they going to do to me this weekend?
Yeah. We'll see.
All right, let me move my camera back a little bit so you can get you can see me. And yeah, I am ready when you are.
Okay, awesome. Cool. So take child's pose.
Okay, actually, let me drop this a little bit more so you can. Okay.
Cool. Okay. So take a couple just really deep breaths here. And just allow yourself to settle onto your mat in your space, right? The space that you're in, the room that you're in. Allow yourself to settle in here. Spread your fingers out. And press your hips back towards your heels, lengthening the sides of your body. And really deep breaths, like really fire up your Ujjayi breathing. Right, one of the great things I've noticed from practicing at home, not quite around anybody else. It takes out that fear of sounding weird if your breath's too loud. So like really just fire it up. So full bodied breathing. And then make your way to downward facing dog. And pull your shoulder blades together. Bend your elbows a little bit here. Yeah, like really press your chest back towards your heels. Pit of the belly, pull the belly button in. And then just deep, deep breathing. Set your drishti too. So pick a spot at the back of your mat. Really focus your eyes in. And Brian and everyone, bring your feet together in your down dog. So feet touch, and then lift your right leg up into the air. Open up, bend the knee, like kind of just create some movement here, stretching. Sunday morning stretching. Good, and then switch legs, other side. Left leg lifts, opening. Good, both feet together, and then step to the top of your mat, create ragdoll. Yeah, and bring like a wide stance here, so create some space for yourself to move. And then bring your hands behind you. Lace your fingertips together and just lift your hands up towards the ceiling, right? So kind of like squeeze out your shoulder blades, right? Really drop your head all the way down. Good, and kind of sway like right to left here. So creating some movement here. Yeah, create some movement. Like your arms, bring your hands like right to left. Stretching out each shoulder. Good. Okay, release your hands. Bring your feet back together. And then full-bodied stretch all the way up to the ceiling. Right, so reach up, look up, stretch your side body. Eyes up to the ceiling. And then hands to heart center. Close your eyes here. And together, we will do 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in. Okay, reach up, look up, inhale. Fold all the way to the floor. Full body fold, drop your head all the way. Lift up halfway, create your flat back here, right? Pull the shoulder blades in. Lengthen the back of your neck, right? So eyes are down. Yes, perfect. Eyes are down onto your mat, creating drishti. And then keeping that length in your spine, create your high plank from here. So bring your hands down to the mat, step back, creating your high plank, right? Shoulder blades in, pit of the belly in. Really press the floor with your hands. So spread and activate your hands. Press down into the floor to pull up and in through core. So hugging into the center line, hugging into your center line. Right, press your toes, the ball mounds of your toes down into the mat. Good, eyes forward, shoulder blades in. Take a deep breath in here. And then lower down to chaturanga. You can drop to your knees if you need to. Pull forward, upward facing dog. Big full up dog. Press down into the mat to lift yourself up. So activate the thighs, the leg muscles, squeeze the muscles into the bones. Right, lift your chest, breathe in, and then press back to a downward facing dog as you exhale. Good. And just keeping that full bodied breathing going, so full deep breathing. How you feeling, Brian? Good?
Yeah, good.
Warm yet? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right, take a deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out through the nose. Bring your feet to your hands. So bring your feet forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Reach all the way up to the ceiling. So press your feet down into the mat to lift your fingers up. Fold all the way forward. Pull the pit of the belly and drop your head all the way. Drop your head all the way. Halfway lift, gaze forward, and then move through chaturanga. Pressing into upward facing dog as you breathe in, and then pushing back to downward facing dog as you breathe out. Okay, take a deep inhale, deep full exhale. Bring your feet to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair pose. Okay, so lift and spread your toes here. So all 10 toes, lift and spread them. Ground down through the four corners of your feet and like fire this up, right? Because we have shorter time, right? So we got to like really tap in here. So squeeze your leg muscles into your bones, squeeze into your center line, right? Hug your shoulder blades in, pull the belly button in, your belly button in towards your low spine. Take a deep breath in here. Sink a little lower. Good, deep breath in. Sink a little lower. Okay, one more deep breath in. And then fold all the way forward, exhaling. Awesome, halfway lift, breath in. Chaturanga, breath out. Good, upward facing dog. Press back to downward dog, feels so good. And then right foot, step your right foot forward, warrior one. Good, so eyes forward, arms up, press down, sink in. Good, and bring your ears away from your shoulders, right? Create some space between ears and shoulders. Yes, so good. Good, okay, deep full in-breath here. And then hands down to your mat, chaturanga. Breathing, upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale, left foot, warrior one. Good, sinking in, rise up, right? Create some space in your chest, opening up the front of the chest. Good, eyes up, inhale, and then chaturanga, exhale. Flowing with breath. Up dog, inhale, downward dog, exhale. Good. Okay, step your right foot, we're going to come in, right foot step forward into crescent lunge this time. Okay, so bring your left or your right. It's funny with the reflection, it looks like it's like the opposite side. So right foot is forward. Your right knee, bring your right knee directly above your right ankle. Right, so you're stacking the joints. Yeah, good, really good. And then squeeze the inner thighs in towards one another. Zip up your back leg by pulling the muscles into the bone. Scoop the pelvis, pit of the belly, in and up. Good, keep the back leg zipped up. Awesome, and then bring your hands to heart center. We'll do a twist. So twisting towards your right leg. Good. And press your palms together. So press your palms together. Right, and then pull the shoulder blades in towards one another, and then lift your chest up towards your thumbs. And then you can stay here or open up your arms if you want to go a little bit further. And then further would be a twist. So reaching the top arm around behind your low back, reaching the bottom arm underneath your right leg. Shoulder blades in, lengthen the neck, lengthen the spine, and then open all the way up to warrior 2.
Woo!
Should be sweating now, right? Good. Okay, breath here. And then stacking your joints. So left or right knee above right ankle. So all the way into, yes, sinking all the way into your warrior. Yeah, good. Good. And then lighten your toes. Lift and spread the toes. Drishti, look at your top finger, forward finger, and then side angle. Awesome. So lengthen from your tailbone through to the crown of your head, right? Actually like creating a length in your spine. Lift the center of your chest up towards the ceiling, opening, and staying here or taking the twist if you want to go further into this. And then breath, deep breathing. And then let's create side or inside angles. Triangle from here. So straighten out the leg. Yeah, good. And then Brian, can you put the block behind your, yes. So to the right side of your right shin. Awesome. And just really open up the chest here, right? So reaching back towards like the wall behind you or whatever is behind you, right, in the room that you're practicing in. Good, and breathe. Awesome. Okay. Rise up here. So come up, and then you're going to face the camera. So you'll face me all 10 toes, and we'll do a forward-facing, wide-legged fold. Awesome. And breathe. So keeping your deep breathing, right? Notice your breath, like if your breath has slowed down or actually it's probably quickened. So notice and create some length in that breathing, in your breathing. So lengthening the breath, coming back to your ujjayi, long, deep breathing. Okay, and then rise all the way up. Turn to face the front of your mat and step all the way back to the top of your mat. So facing forward, just come up to the top of your mat. Yep, and then reach up. We're going to breathe in. So big full breath in, reach up, inhale, and then fold all the way forward, exhale. Good. Halfway lift, big breath in here, and then chaturanga as you exhale. Good. Emptying out your air, a big full breath in for upward facing dog, and then push back to downward facing dog. Okay, left foot forward, warrior one, oh no, crescent lunge, crescent lunge. Crescent lunge, can't forget that one, the fiery one. Good, so checking out your legs, right, the left knee above the left ankle, squeezing into center line. So as if you're squeezing your inner thighs in to like touch one another, hugging in there, and then press down, squeeze the muscles in to lift up, pull your belly button in and up to scoop the pelvis, right? And then hands to heart center. Take a breath in to create length in the spine, and then we'll twist. Awesome. Good, here, so press your palms together and then turn your chest up towards your thumb. So the twist coming from the pit of your belly, right, really wringing out your spine here. And as you're inhaling, you're creating length. As you're exhaling, you're twisting. And breathe, so deep, full breath. And see if you can press your top elbow up a little bit, Brian. Pull the shoulder blades in, so keeping where you are, but your top elbow, bringing it up towards the, yeah. And then press the palms, and then look up. Awesome, good. Okay, and smile. Okay, warrior two. Good work. Warrior two. Okay, and moving into wide angle from here. So from your feet, ground the four corners of the feet down into your mat. Sink all the way into your left leg. Good. Shoulder blades in, chest up, turn the center of the chest towards the ceiling, opening. Awesome. And then we'll come into triangle pose from here. And then just, placing the block on the outer edge, just so you can give yourself some opening. So you're light in your fingertips, right, everybody? Like you're really holding yourself up just with your feet and your core. So as you press down into the floor, into the four corners of your feet, pull up and in through core to open. And then your fingertips just are there for like a little bit of bounce, right? Opening up to the ceiling, breathing, right? You should really be hearing your own breath here. Good, deep breathing. And then we'll rise up and we'll create wide-legged side-facing fold on the other side. Good, so any modifications you want to do here. So if you have blocks at home, you want to bring blocks in front of you. You can bring your hands down to the floor. Kind of play with your knees a little bit here, like by bending them a little bit, like creating some movement. And then deep, deep breaths. Okay, so to come up, you're going to press into your feet, pull up and in through core to come up to stand. Good. Step back to the top of your mat, so the front top edge of your mat, and then we'll do vinyasa. So reach out, breathe in, so full deep breath in, reach all the way up to the ceiling, and then fold forward, breathe out. Drop the head all the way, halfway lift, inhale, and then chaturanga, exhale. Awesome. Up dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breath out. Okay. Take a huge deep breath in here through your nose. And breathe out of your mouth. Yes, good. And then jump your feet to the top of your mat. Good. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. And then reach all the way up. Full deep breath in. And we'll do eagle on the right. So eagle pose. Right arm under, right leg over. Hug into center line. Hug into the center line of your body. Just breathing. Focus your drishti on one single point in the room. So you're looking at that physical point. Okay, and then sweep up. So unwind. Left side, eagle. Left arm under, left leg over. So center line, hugging in. Pull your belly button in and up to lengthen the spine. Right, deep breathing. Oops, okay. All right, unwind. So unwind. Lost that for a second. Lost myself for a second. Okay, let's do standing leg raise on the right side. So if you want to grab, you can grab your knee, your right knee, or you can grab your right big toe and like full body opening. So opening all the way up to the right. Your other arm, left arm comes all the way out. So left, focus your drishti here. So pick one spot, single point in the room. Press down. So press your left leg down into the mat to lift up and to lengthen through the crown of the head. And then bring your knee forward. Stay standing on one leg. Straighten out your leg forward in front of you, just as high as you can without leaning back. Good. Higher. You can bend the knee a little bit if you need to. Good. Awesome. And then airplane. Press back. Breathe here, shoulder blades in, pull the pit of the belly in, press down, hug in, lengthen, and then release. Okay. Standing leg raise on the left leg. So knee or big toe, you can grab whichever is more accessible to you. And then full body opening. So open up. Good. Press down, hug in here. So create the length from the floor. Press down into the floor to pull in through your core to create length, like full expression here. Full body expression. Opening, drishti. Come back to center. Straighten out your leg. Knee can be like a little bit bent here, right, just for some more flexibility. And then without leaning back, standing straight up, lift. Use your core muscles to lift the leg up. And then press back into airplane pose. Okay. Flex your feet, right, the left foot to flex. And then turn the pinky toes down toward, the pinky toe down towards the mat. Yeah, good. Good. Awesome. And then release. Right, we're even? Good work. Okay. All right, deep big breath. Reach all the way up to the ceiling. So full body stretch, lift and lengthen, and then fold all the way down to the floor. Halfway lift, inhale, and chaturanga, exhale. Okay, upward facing dog. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breath out. Okay, bring your feet forward. Come onto your back. So just jump your feet through. Come onto your back. Good. And then bridge pose. So rise up into bridge. Press your feet down to lift up. Pull your shoulder blades in. You can keep your hands here or lace your fingertips underneath you. And then just focus on your breathing here. So really deep, full-bodied breath. Good, and then come down to the mat. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and then bridge pose, or if you want to go further into wheel, you can bring your hands behind you. Hands on the mat, and then as you inhale, lift up. So press the floor, press into your feet, press into your hands. Good, you guys. Awesome. Good, Brian. Spread the fingers, hug the shoulder blades in, and lift from your chest. Deep, full breathing here. 3, 2, and one more. Huge breath, releasing all the way down to the floor. Awesome. Feet together, knees wide. And then just take a few breaths here out of your mouth, right? Release. So good. And then pull both knees in to your chest. And we'll create tree pose lying down. So what you're going to do is straighten out both legs to start. So just straighten out the legs, put them down onto the floor. And then you're going to you'll bring your right foot in as if you're creating tree pose. Yep, so to the inner of the left thigh. And just staying there, just allowing your right knee to fall up. And you can even place your hand on your left hip to make sure that's not like popping up. And if you do need support, you can bring a block underneath. Yeah, yep, perfect. Block or pillow, whatever you have available. And just a few deep breaths here. Allow your right hip to release. Allow your hip, pelvis to sink down onto the floor. And then hug your right knee in. Straighten out both legs. Pull your left knee in. And then tree on the left side. And you can bring your right hand to the right side of your hip just to remind yourself to keep your hips in line, allowing the release to come from the hip flexors. And then pull your left knee in and come into Shavasana, so full body rest. Take a deep breath in through your nose here. And ha out, sigh out. And with your eyes closed, allow the floor to hold up your body. Allow your muscles to release away from the bones. And then roll yourself onto your right side. And bring yourself up to a seated position, eyes closed, hands to heart center. Just take a deep breath in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Bring your thumb tips to forehead center. And together we bow and say namaste.
Namaste.
Yay!
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice work.
Oh, let me get up here and look at you. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for having me. This was so fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to practice with you too.
Yeah.
And, wow. So let me first start off like acknowledging you, April, for donating these 30 minutes to come and teach on our Instagram and teach to our community and to even the bigger Baptiste Power Yoga community. Thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I really acknowledge you, and I really felt seen during that class from you. You know, even though we were on Instagram here, like you were speaking to me in my body right here in the moment, looking at me, you know, talking to look, listen, give tools. And I just felt that it was really powerful. I felt connected. Yeah, I just loved how you played with the sequence, the tree pose at the end. I'm like, I've never done that before. That was really cool, lying down. So yeah, really masterful, playful, and thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for those words. Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're very welcome. April, I'll give you closing words. Anything else you'd like to say to anyone watching?
Just thank you so much. I saw a bunch of you guys pop on that I recognized and invited here today. So just I really, really appreciate all of you being here. Like Brian was saying, like this is a blessing in disguise too, because we get to be so connected with so many people all over the place, so many different teachers, and that really is an amazing thing. So thank you guys so much.
All right. Stay healthy, stay safe, and next weekend we got Julie Cadu coming all the way from Revolution Power Yoga up in Colorado. Will be our badass Baptiste teacher. So check out Julie next Sunday, 9 a.m. right here, or 11 a.m. on the East Coast. Thank you. See you guys.
Woo! Thanks, guys. Bye.